Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing my new spring makeup tutorial, which is called Tangerine Raspberry. So basically it's a very orange, red makeup look, and tangerines are orange and raspberries are reddish pink. Although I think with this look I needed it to be more orange because it did turn out to be a little bit more red and a little bit more gold. So that was the only flaw with this look. But I'm trying out my new palette, which was the Day Slayer from Morph. So I started off by blending in a little bit of a kind of an orangey colour into my crease. I did prime my eyelids before that, as you probably saw in the previous clip. And then I'm just darkening up the crease and using a slightly darker orange colour and mixing it slightly with some brown as well. And just carving out that crease that I have. So I decided to do the other crease off camera. So, I started off by doing the other crease off camera because I didn't want this video to be so long, although it is so long. So then I proceeded to do the other crease, and I just used a slightly thinner blending brush to apply the colour into my crease and carve that out. And then using the bigger blending brush to add more pigment to my eye. So I wanted to keep this look very kind of spring-like, but yet glam, because that's usually what I like to go for. So then I'm just adding in orange. I think what happened here was, the problem was that I must have had some brown eyeshadow on one of the blending brushes, and so it caused the eyeshadow to blend and make it more of a brown. Then I'm using a red from the Day Slayer palette, and I'm just applying this to my eyelid. This is a very kind of foiled, shimmery eyeshadow, really like it. And then I'm just applying this with my finger. I found that this was best to apply this with, but I found that they stuck in one place when using a makeup brush, but with using my finger I found that they applied a lot better. So I'm just applying this to my eyelids and blending it up into my crease. And then I'm going to move on and apply some orange in the lower lash line. And I'm going to blend this up into the outer half of my eyelids as well. So I'm just blending in the orange, and then I'm just going to blend it up into the outer half of my eyelid, again like I said with the other eye. I haven't used orange before, so it's quite interesting to do. I usually wear orange lips, but this time I decided to do something slightly different. Please also excuse my hair. I am dyeing it very soon, but at the moment it is growing out, and I have got a lot of roots coming through, so my natural hair colour is coming through. But I am going to be fixing this in the second week of May, and I'm changing it up as well, and I'm going a dark brunette because I thought that I've had red, I've had purple, but I haven't had brunette for a very long time, not since 2015, so I thought I'm going to do this again. So then I'm adding a kind of a lightish brown into the outer half of my eyelid, and then building up the colour and using a little bit of different browns as well to build up the colour and make sure that it's blended nicely. I am practicing my blending skills at the moment. I know I'm not perfect just yet. When I started doing makeup, I didn't know you had to do that, and then I didn't follow many makeup gurus, or makeup artists on YouTube. I followed a lot more kind of DIY YouTubers when I was starting out in makeup, so their videos used to be very kind of basic, so I didn't really know that you needed to do more than just apply eyeshadow to your eyelids. So I was a bit delayed in that, and I started getting better with my makeup in 2016. So I'm still improving at this moment. So, but my aim is to have better makeup looks for you guys and stuff like that. Then I just highlighted my inner corner using a shimmery colour from the Day Slayer palette. I have actually lost the Day Slayer palette because I actually don't know what's happened to it. I did have it, but for some reason I don't know where it's gone at the moment. So hopefully I'll have a new makeup tutorial up for you guys soon after my March favourites, as it is now April and I am uploading this in April, but I didn't have enough time to upload this in March. But I am starting to do that, and I hope you quite enjoy it. And I'm just adding a little bit of darkest brown in, a little bit of dark brown into the outer half of my eyelid again, just building up the colour, and also just applying some of it on the lower lash line as well to incorporate the colour into the eyelid. And I'm just blending it again just to make sure it's all blended. Yeah, so this was a very red look. I did want to use a little bit more of an orange. I did add a little bit of gold highlighter that I've been using. This is from Topshop, called Sunbeam, and I got a bit, well, excited with that. I started off lining my top lash line with black eyeliner, although this black eyeliner has dried out a little bit. So I found it very difficult to apply the eyeliner to my top lash line, as you can probably see, but that's what I normally do when I'm doing a makeup tutorial. I always line my top lash line, and also when I'm doing makeup I like to line my top lash line because it just helps my eyelashes look a lot thicker. So I'm just applying this to my top lash line. I think in this makeup tutorial I did have two of my old mascaras. I slightly run out. I did buy a new mascara, so I'm actually quite pleased with that. It works tremendously, so yeah. So I'm just applying this dried out eyeliner onto my top lash line, mixing it slightly with some eyeshadow to help it, which it did, but then I decided to add some gold highlighter to it, as you can see, and also going back in and blending more dark brown eyeshadow into my outer half, which is probably how I ruined this look, because as you can probably see it was perfect at this point. And then I'm just adding more of the red colour onto my eyelid, as you can see. Again, I just think that I just kept adding too much eyeshadows to my eyes, and it just kind of ruined the look slightly, and I just, yeah. Perfectionist inside me tried to perfect it, and yet it didn't perfect. So moving on, I then just quickly darkened out the outer edges of my lower lash line just to help blend it into the outer eyeshadow shade. That I'm not sure even made any sense. But yeah, so I'm just blending it out on either side, and then I'm going to move on to using mascaras. I think what happened here was I originally lost the mascara that I was using, so I just used these, which were some old mascaras that I had left over, although now I have bought a new one, so I'm actually really glad about that. So yeah, and I'm actually really excited to be doing my April favourites soon. Yeah, and then I added a little bit of gold highlighter to create a kind of I don't know, I just kind of like a little bit of a shine, a little bit more dimension to it. So Tangerine raspberry, a little bit of shine on it, although this is where I began to feel like it went from tangerine raspberry to more tangerine raspberry sunset, which is not what I was aiming for, but this video is going to be called tangerine raspberry. The next video after my April favourites is definitely going to be slightly different. It's going to be like a full-out orange sunset makeup look with matte pink lips. That's going to be the main basis for this look, the next look. Then I'm just going to add some mascara to my top and bottom lashes using the top and bottom eyeshadow, so the mascaras. I had but one's from Maybelline, the other one's from 17. So I'm just going to apply these to my top and bottom lashes, as I said previously. So then I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows using a a neutral brown eyeshadow, so I'm just going to fill in my brows. Normally I just use a little bit of a brush, an eyeshadow brush, and I just add a little bit of colour to my brows just to make sure that they stand out, and also frame my face. I don't do anything special with them. They're not Instagrammable brows, and they're not they're just not anything special. But yeah, so I wanted to keep it like this and then just have a little bit of a natural brown. Next, I'm priming my face. I've felt that that my skin's been really dry and very patchy, and I found that this has helped me, this primer, this is from Barry Emma by the way, has helped the foundation sit on top of the foundation of the dried skin and make it look more smoother, especially on my forehead where it stands out more, and by my chin. So I'm actually quite happy with that, and yeah. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm using I think it's called an Eco Tools brush. This is a BB cream brush, but I've actually found that this has been absolutely amazing to use, and yeah, it's just been easy to apply to my brows, and I pretty much loved it, this brush. I don't know where it is at the moment, but yeah, and it's the same with the Day Slayer palette. I've lost that too, funnily enough. But yeah, I've just been loving this brush to apply my foundation, and it's just been amazing. So yeah, I've definitely been loving this, and I will probably mention it in the different favourites videos when I find it, because as you can tell, I can't find it, which is no fault to my own. No, I'm joking, it's probably me and my disorganisation, so I put it somewhere and I'm not sure where I put it, but you know, that's life really. If you're going to be disorganised, you're just going to end up with that problem. So anyway, I'm just going to apply some underneath my eyebrows, and some foundation under my eyes, just to clean up the edges of this makeup look. Because sometimes I have found with this makeup look that it's been a little bit messy, and I don't really want it like that. The other thing is, I might not do the Fallout Orange Sunset makeup look next after my favourites videos, because as I've said, I can't actually find the palette that I want to use for that, because it's got all the right colours in it. So I'm going to do a slightly different one, and I'm going to do like a natural makeup look, which I think is going to be useful for people who perhaps are living in a warm country and they don't want their makeup to melt off, or it's too hot to wear quite heavy makeup look, or just an everyday makeup look. Mine's usually really dramatic. My look every day is really kind of dramatic. That's the usual for me, but that's kind of an easy natural thing to do, an easy natural makeup look that you can do. So I'm going to do that in my next video, after my favourites video. That's the plan. So I'm just applying it underneath my eyes. Once I've done that, I'm going to move on to a blush, which is Love Cloud by MAC, and this is one of my favourite blushes ever. I did buy a new bronzer actually, and I found that it works a lot better. It is the Natural Collection bronzing powder in copper. This stuff is amazing, honestly. It's been a lot better than the Rimmel one. Then I'm using a highlighter from Topshop, and I think, yep, from Topshop, and this is in Sunbeam. So this is a highlighter, and it's really good. It's got a slightly yellow tint to it, but it's actually been working really nicely. It does look a lot better, definitely, with a bronzer. I've now got a bronzer, so I'm going to show you that in my. Those two are going in my favourites video, because I got them before April. My way of thinking is, March favourites has to be before any products used before the 1st of April, and if I've loved them. So I almost know when I love a product. If I don't love a product straight away, then it won't go in my favourites videos before. But I knew that when I started using these two products, I knew straight away that they were my favourites. And next, I decided to do a red lip with this. So I used a Ted Baker red lip stick balm. I'm not entirely sure what to call it, but I decided that this would look really nice, and I decided to apply this to my lips and have a red look instead, which I thought was really interesting. And also, please ignore my roots. I probably said this previously, but this voiceover has been in 2 parts, so don't know whether I did that or not. Also, I highlighted my forehead just to create like a little bit of a shine. Oh, and yes, I did struggle really bad with this look. I literally struggled to apply the lipstick. It just didn't look right the first time, so I had to do it again. So I used a lip brush this time to see whether that would work, and it was just a long process. In the end, I did get it to look good, but it was a long process and definitely not something that I would normally do. So this is my final makeup look. This is literally this, I just love it. It's Tangerine Raspberry. It looks amazing. It's like, in the end, after a hassle with the lipstick and the eyeshadow, it's definitely worth the effort, and it's amazing. And I also add a little bit of gold to my lower lip as well, so a little bit of the highlighter just to add a bit of spark. So thank you for watching. Bye.